This third passage is the best thing I have ever read in my life. In the first paragraph, when we start to talk about what dowsing is, I'm like, no, we're not gonna. And then the second paragraph, of course, gives us the skeptics, but then I'm thinking, why are we even talking about this? Surely we're not going to. And then the third paragraph tells us what the proponents think. And then in the final paragraph, ta-da! Dowsing works! This is amazing! I have never been more in love with an LSAT passage than I am with this one. It's magnificent. Don't you ever say anything bad about it. All right, let's do this. The primary purpose of the second paragraph is to, we just went through this, right? The second paragraph existed to give the skeptics arguments. So answer choice C, to present the arguments against which the third paragraph presents counterarguments. Yeah, because the second paragraph gives us the skeptics and the third paragraph gives us the proponents. 16, we know that the skeptics acknowledge the few dowsers have shown considerable and consistent success because the passage says it in line 25. Further, skeptics say studies show that, yeah, a few dowsers have demonstrated considerable and consistent success. So for 17, one of these answer choices is analogous to one of the 4 different arguments that the skeptics made, and answer choice D gives us a place where you are skeptical of somebody's claim. They claim to know where the good fishing is, but in reality, the lake is so full of fish that it'd be hard to not pick a spot that's got fish in it. And that is just like the last of the skeptics' arguments in line 27. The skeptics note that dowsing to locate groundwater is largely confined to areas where groundwater is expected to be ubiquitous. So almost anywhere you point your dowsing rod, you're going to find water, in the same way that almost anywhere you point to in this lake you're going to find fish. That's what you want from the analogy, that close parallel similarity. For number 18, notice that in answer choice B, we did not say that the author believes that the results confirm the possibility that dowsers can sense minute changes, but in line 40-ish, the proponents did claim that dowsers may be sensitive to those minute changes, and in the final paragraph, the experiments have corroborated the claims of those proponents. So it certainly has left open the possibility that the proponents were right about the way dowsing works. Doesn't prove it, but answer choice B doesn't say it proves it. Just says it leaves it as a possibility. Doesn't rule it out. For 19, for the right answer to be the right answer, we would have to be able to go back and put our thumb on a place in the passage where we can find the answer to the question. And is dowsing ever utilized to try to locate anything other than water? Well, in the first sentence, dowsing is the practice of detecting resources or objects beneath the ground. So yeah, dowsing can be used to find something other than water. Just any kind of resource or object under the ground. Finally, for question 20, we know that groundwater locating study in the final paragraph was not typical because we are told in the third paragraph that I'm in line 35. Numerous dowsing studies have been influenced by a lack of care in selecting the study population. And in at least that way, in that way alone, we know that the study was different. It was not typical because our study utilized teams of the most successful dowsers and geologists and hydrologists. So that care in selection happens in our study, doesn't happen in numerous studies. This study is not typical. And that's this third passage, and it's just gone too soon, isn't it? So here's the deal with these free videos. They're intended to serve a very narrow purpose. For those times when you're wondering, why is that the right answer? You can just come here for a complete library and find out why it was the right answer. And I hope that you'll find that it was very instructive. Of course, the other part of the deal is that since LSAC publishes all of their tests along with test keys, that means that there's no barrier to entry for test prep. and you can hear the air quotes, I hope. Anybody can, and lots of people have, set up shop and call themselves test prep companies, and they've got the questions, they've got the answer keys, and they just try to explain to you why the right answer is right. And then they charge you money for it? That is wrong. I want to put a stop to it. I want to sweep the legs right out from under them. It is bad for you. It's bad for me too. So if you want to know what the right answer is and why the right answer is right, I want you to be able to come here and find it out for free without paying anybody for it. That's very different from what I do in the paid course. What I think has value about what I do is that I can tell you ahead of time what every question wants from you, what to expect from the right answer, how to formulate a right answer, and then how you can expect wrong answers to sound, so that you know before you ever open up a test book exactly what to expect. And all the practice videos that are part of the paid course are just me putting that theory into practice. It's just the rubber meeting the road. In other words, I'm going to show you, based on what we've done before, how we're going to react when it comes up next time. And that bit, knowing what to do the next time you see something, that I think is worth paying for. And if you agree, I'd love to have you in the course. And if not, that's fine too. Don't pay anybody to explain why right answers are right. Just watch these for free. Enjoy.